Well, of course, this is not me in the picture, but I'm trying to show an example. Before the shootings of these children in the school, what we did was investigate. We really investigated. And we uncovered evidence that the mainstream media, CNN, SIN, would not. And we got shut down because of this. I did. Period. That's what they're claiming. They didn't just shut me down. They took down all your videos. This is the second time they did this. When you count up all my subscribers, I've had 6 channels. This is the 6th channel shut down. Well, I'm sorry, it'd be the 5th channel shut down. Okay? I will be going through 6 channels now, trying to get information out. They take down all your videos. And the first 4 channels were literally nothing but evidence of chemtrails, geoengineering. Okay, I would go outside almost every day and I'd film it. And this is evidence. And then all of a sudden my daughter's death. So I brought forth evidence based on what was happening locally, how they would not look at my evidence. They would not take my report. I would provide evidence to the sheriff's department. They would not look at it. And I had evidence. So I would propagate this stuff. Come to find out, this is my personal belief, that my videos are not going to YouTube World Wide Web servers. They're going to private servers because of these FISA documents. Because when I call YouTube, I get a lot of quirky things coming from them about shutting down my channel. Okay? So I believe what they're doing is they're allowing my channel to build up, gathering evidence, and then just shutting it down whenever they feel threatened. So I'm watching TV, and of course I'm in the New Orleans area, and I'm listening to Landrew talk about we got to get some guns from people. We got to restrict the rights. And look, it's just any type of government that wants to take down a gun, take away a gun, is a criminal cabal. You have to understand this. I don't care if it was all AR-15s or whatever. If all of these shootings are AR-15s, doesn't that tell you that this is kind of an inside job? I can give you all kind of facts on all the shootings. What's left? I mean, in 2 of the shootings, the 2 of the fathers were indicted to testify against Hillary Clinton. Now, when the FISA documents come out, first of all, I was falsely arrested. The second thing, it was a staged arrest. It was staged. It was false. It was a guy come on my property, and another girl tried to come to my house and say I raped her. She was lost in the woods. Come to find out she came from the same neighborhood as the guy that was running the covert operation. And listen to this. The girl was a daughter of a lawyer here in town. Okay, man, you got to look at some facts here. So obviously this girl was going to come. I was going to rescue her. I guess this is what their plan was. And then she was going to say I raped her or touched her inappropriately. I don't know, whatever. She was a young kid. I never even saw her. What happened was these idiots that were running this program didn't realize that I rented my house. So they sent her to my house. Or the girl just couldn't figure out where I was or whatever. I mean, she screwed up, whatever. She didn't, Here's the thing. How can somebody get lost when they have a cell phone? It's absolutely absurd. And of course, when they found her, I don't know, I think there were like 5 cops that showed up. Put it this way, if I would have not rented that house, I'd be in jail for probably attempted rape or whatever. I don't know. There's no telling what they would have charged me with. So let's get back to the guns. When you have Landrew, which we know is a black government, deep state mayor. We've had several of them here in New Orleans. New Orleans is literally strictly CIA. controlled completely. That's why when you brought forth information about Katrina, people getting shot, military style, spraying viruses, the Katrina virus. I don't even know what happened to David Andrew Christensen, or Christian Anderson David. David Anderson Christian, I think that was his name. He was a military guy that was bringing forth all kind of information that was getting harassed by the FBI. Some guy named Reyes or whatever. So all we are is just a channel that brings forth evidence against criminals, and we get treated like criminals. I mean, what is wrong with this country? When a certain particular party that doesn't like conservative people, whether it's Democrat or Republican, they're going after people that are conservatives, just like Hitler, just like Pontius Pilate, Jesus Christ, okay? In Rome, just like King David with the giant, King Saul. God said, "Hey, he's got to step down. He's evil. It's time to change power structure here." So this has happened in the past. Now it's happening again. But shutting down YouTube channels after a school shooting that we know was staged. We even saw Google to where they were posting it before. I actually download stories that are supposed to be broadcasted on one day, and they were actually uploaded 2 days before they were broadcasted. This is supposed to be breaking news today, and they're 2-3 days behind on the download. So these people are creating stories that they say that happened that day, that they recorded it 2 days before they done the story. Something's wrong here. Something seriously wrong. And then they go in and change laws. Every time they create these breaking events that we dig into, like 9/11, we find out it's just scientifically possible. Matter of fact, there was a physics magazine that had it on the cover. It just said, "This is physics impossible. This airplane can't hit a building and it explode and turn into powder and fall at the speed of gravity and melt steel. It's impossible." It was a demolition. It's amongst a lot of other things that would convict the mainstream media of crime. So what does the mainstream media do? They steal money from the Pentagon. They steal money from the LIBOR scandal. They steal money from bank bailouts. And they have this unlimited funds to take down and target people that are conservatives, just like Hitler. This is the same thing Hitler did. Gestapo, private people. They had even priests pointing out conservative people. Even the priests were involved. So everybody, just like Luke chapter 21, everybody betrays you when you're a conservative. Jesus was a conservative, let's say. Okay? If you don't believe in killing babies, you're a conservative, right? So if you say, "Hey, I don't believe in killing babies and selling baby body parts through Planned Parenthood. This is not why we created this. We created this to help women, not to negotiate, the price of a body part of a human child." I mean, this is disgusting. Now you're now a conservative. You now threaten YouTube and the advertisers, which are nothing but all the corporations, which are nothing but Democratic. This is election fraud. This is election tampering. And shutting down channels when elections are coming up and taking us out of the eye of the people, not even counting the censorship that we do, not even counting that they won't even advertise our videos. Right? We can't even get syndication. I've never had syndication. And if you don't get syndication, then you don't get published. You don't get in the mainstream eye. This is a literal police state. Right now. YouTube is acting like criminals. And also, YouTube is involved in political scheming and election rigging. This is election rigging. That if all the conservatives are out, then there's no more conservative values and views. And if nobody is standing, like for example, Donald Trump is going after the conservatives' views. Now he's threatening to take our guns. Bait and switch. This is crazy.